Hello and welcome to this video about cryptocurrency education. Today I'd like to talk about Cardano, and I'd like to put the case forward why Cardano has a very positive future, and I believe Cardano could 10x from here in the not so distant future. I'd like to talk about 10 points why I have invested in Cardano, why I personally have made this decision. Now this doesn't mean that you need to come to the same conclusions, but this video is to inspire you and basically to help you to do your own research. This is not financial advice, and I'm not a financial advisor, but I believe that Cardano has a very positive future. Now, the first point is that Cardano is considered a third generation blockchain. Cardano is much more advanced than, for example, first generation and second generation blockchains. First generation, you would consider Bitcoin, second generation Ethereum. Yes, Ethereum is currently being developed into ETH 2.0, which will probably lift it to a third generation as well, with all of these advantages like transaction speed and so on, but they are far away from that. It can take years to get there, really. But the third generation blockchain has a lot of advantages, and I'll dig into that a bit later. Some of the points I mentioned here, they actually belong to third generation blockchains, like speed of transactions and also scalability. The second point is the Alonzo test phase. This is the smart contract capability of Cardano. We're currently in the Alonzo rollout plan, currently still in the Alonzo blue phase, but we are going to move in the Alonzo white phase possibly in the next few days. Maybe we're even in it already, but we don't know it yet. And this basically is the whole rollout plan, which is stretched over 3 months from June. We're now in July, August, and then September. It will go live, and it will make Cardano capable to run smart contracts. The first smart contracts have already successfully run in the test phase, in the Alonzo blue phase, and the other phases are going to follow. It's all going according to plan, according to Cardano, and this is what makes me extremely bullish, because as soon as we have the first smart contracts in the live mainnet, more and more people will get onto Cardano, more and more development teams, and it will just bring a lot of funding to Cardano, and it will Cardano make even more popular than today. The next point is there are a lot of exciting partnerships that are, again, a lot of companies that will develop or are currently developing new systems for the Cardano blockchain. And there are so many basically DeFi applications that will be run, but also partnerships like, for example, Orion. They are working together, or Bondly, Adazu. This is also NFT wise. There are many NFT applications which will be launched as well. So this is one more point actually, but we have a lot of different partners here, as you can see, and this list has always been added to. And in the last Cardano 360 stream, they talked about 3 of them, and this just makes me more bullish because all of these have really good use cases. For example, here Coty, we already talked about this on this channel in another video. I'm not going into detail now, but by all means you can check the Coty video out. Again, a very interesting platform for me, but these are all partnerships, and it is very interesting, and more partnerships are being added every week. Then the fourth point is the safety of smart contracts. Basically, the programming language that Cardano is based on makes Cardano smart contracts extremely safe. So the Cardano blockchain, or the projects, the DeFi projects, they are based on the Plutus programming language, which is based on Lambda calculus and Haskell, and these are extremely safe because it is based on mathematics. These programming languages, they are these programming languages are based on mathematics, and that allows problems and errors to be identified very easily, very quickly. And these programming languages have a lot of advantages and make it much easier to make smart contracts extremely safe. The next point is the Plutus Pioneer Program. The Plutus Pioneer Program is basically a systemized approach in which pioneers or young developers or new developers are being educated about the Plutus programming language and how DeFi applications are programmed on the Cardano blockchain. And because of this systematic approach, they're actually having their second program running now, or will run it in July. They're recruiting for it at the moment. This shows that they are very interested in new developers. They are supporting them. They are very supportive. They support these new development teams. And again, this shows that new developers are coming in. More and more are coming in. which means that more DeFi applications will launch as well. And again, it is just one more of these systematic approaches that Cardano likes to take, and that make me convinced that Cardano is fit for the future. Next is transaction speed. Cardano's plan is actually to run up to transactions up to 2 million transactions per second with the Hydra layer. Currently, Cardano has been tested to 257, which is still way faster than Ethereum, but the plan is to run up to 2 million transactions per second. That will be rolled out at a later stage, but it again makes me very bullish for Cardano. The next is, it is a very transparent project. There is a very clear roadmap. This is a snapshot of their website. Just shows the different phases. We're currently going into, or we're currently in the third phase in which the smart contracts are being rolled out. The next phase then is about scaling, and the last phase is about governance and making it all very, very decentralized, where there will not be anyone behind Cardano anymore. Currently, we still have the development team and the Cardano Foundation behind it, but eventually the plan is to have it all run and managed by the community, which is another strength of Cardano, because it will all be very decentralized, and the community is very supportive for Cardano, and everybody who believes in decentralized systems will become friends with Cardano, and I am, and I really like Cardano, and that is why I'm bullish as well, because I believe in decentralized systems. The next one is Cardano's Ouroboros protocol, which is the proof of stake protocol, which is also the first proof of stake protocol, which is basically based on academics. And as you can see here, Cardano's Ouroboros paper is the second most cited academic paper about cryptocurrencies and blockchain. They work together with universities, and they take an academic approach, a research-based approach, and this makes Cardano unique as well, and is one of these things which just make Cardano unique, and which again have convinced me that Cardano, because everything is peer reviewed, all the different phases are peer reviewed, and which leads to better discussions and improvements, which again make me much more bullish on Cardano than on some other projects. The next one, and we already briefly talked about it, is the decentralization. Even though the final phase of Cardano is still, I don't know how many, maybe years away, but we are still already being one of the most decentralized cryptocurrency projects in the world. About, as you can see here, 98.5% of supply is distributed among retail investors. There are not many whales in there. And again, this is one strength, because one of the weaknesses that's always put forward for Bitcoin, for example, is that most mining power is concentrated in China. Now that is changing at the moment, because most miners are moving out of China now with the latest crackdown on Bitcoin mining. But still, the mining power is with the professional miners. That is obviously different with Cardano, and again makes me very bullish and positive. Now the next one is not only about decentralization, but we're talking here about the staking addresses. So there are a lot of staking addresses now, 650,000 staking addresses on Cardano, which makes Cardano even bigger. They're growing all the time, and it shows that the community is supporting Cardano, and that there are more and more people really staking and trusting the blockchain, which makes them stake the coins. Because if you didn't believe in that project, you probably wouldn't stake your coins. Now the last one, and I briefly touched on that already, is that NFTs will also be part of the Cardano blockchain. So NFTs are the next big thing. We're already in it as well. Non-fungible tokens, digital assets, and this is one and more big thing, and it just shows that if NFT projects can run on Cardano, it again makes it much more future-proof and fit for the future, and also shows just that there is a lot of innovation happening on Cardano, and it also makes me very bullish. So I strongly believe, with the current price especially, that we can see a 10x in the not too far distant future. I think $10 is certainly realistic in the next 3 to 5 years, depending on in which phase of the bull run we are. But this year, I certainly think that we should see the $4, possibly 3 to 5, definitely much higher than now anyway. And this all makes me bullish. I'm a long-term investor anyway, so you can make your own decisions. If you want to support this channel, then please hit the subscribe button and the like button, and I hope I'll see you in the next video. Bye!